generals present, our distinguished guests from India, our distinguished guests from Kampala, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say good morning. My name is Brigadier General Felix Kuraije. I'll be directing this program for today. Maybe, sir, the volume was going according to the height of the source. It's evident that our guest, the Honorable Minister of External Affairs of India, is about to get in. Earlier on, we had the chief guest, who is the third Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, Honorable Kadama. And the Minister of Defense has already received hand. They have gone down to welcome the guest plus planting of trees. Once they get here, I trust each one of us has gotten the program. Kindly allow me carry you through some change that we have had to do on the program. The first change among the speeches, instead of the speech from the Permanent Secretary Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, we shall have the Vice Chancellor of the National Forensic University of India giving mementos to selected Ugandan guests. That's the first change. Second change, we shall have signing of the memorandum of understanding between Uganda Ministry of Defense and the Indian Ministry of External Affairs. However, that was supposed to come before the speeches. Due to some technical reasons, it will come before the anthems. And after the anthems, then we shall have a photo opportunity and the luncheon. Once again, I would like to say you're most welcome. All along we have been entertaining you on the soft music that soothes from the Indian subcontinent. And we enjoyed it. For now, I would like to switch gears and ask the EPDF band to put in some martial music to remind us that we are indeed in the Ministry of Defense facility. Band, please. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, UPDF band. Flexibility is a major principle in every military operation. I have been assured that the MOUs are now ready, so we shall have the signing of the MOUs before the speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, my memory serves me right. India has been pioneer for the African continent in many things. Right from the struggle for independence, which attained in 1947. If indeed you are not disrupted, you could have been a superpower much earlier than you are now. But now you are the 6th largest economy in the world with, I think, every 6th of the world population is an Indian. You are unstoppable. Shall we stand to receive the guests, ladies and gentlemen? Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, you are welcome. Honorable Minister of External Affairs, India, you are most welcome. Protocol, please do the needful. The rest of the guests, kindly show them where they should sit. Protocol. Protocol, there are seats this side. The national anthems, please. Thank you very much. Kindly take your seats. The Right Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, Third Deputy Prime Minister, Madam Kiana Kadama, the Minister of External Affairs of India, Dr. Subramanian Jaishkar. I hope I've tried to pronounce the name correctly, sir. Thank you. The Honourable Minister of Defence and Veteran Affairs, Honourable Ramulanga Chisentija, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Uganda, General J.J. Odong, the Minister of Security, General Jim Muhoozi, the Minister of State for Urban Development, distinguished guests, the Deputy CDF, Uganda, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of India to Uganda, Generals present, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Allow me to say you are most welcome to this very important and historic occasion, when, as a number of occasions this government has done, we are launching the first forensic university on the African continent. I think that deserves a clap. We are clapping for the vision of those who thought about it. We are clapping for those who have worked towards the fruition of this day, and indeed for those who have planned for it to start. Ma'am, I don't want to take a lot of your time. I was saying before you came that indeed the Republic of India has been pioneer on many things. Now they have pioneered a forensic university on the African continent. No wonder they are very far in research and science. I would request that protocol avails me 2 chairs here. Avails me 2 chairs here. Because I'm informed the MOUs are ready for signing. So I would request that 2 chairs are laid on this table, and then I will invite the Honorable Modiva to invite his guests and they sign the MOUs. My apologies. Let's continue with the program. That change will continue as it had been done. And if you notice, I have skipped the item of prayers deliberately for historical reasons. Allow me, sir, ma'am, to invite the Deputy Chief of Defence Forces to make his remarks. After him, I will be inviting the Vice Chancellor of the Science, the Forensic University of India, who will be giving mementos to Ugandan dignitaries. General Peter Lolusa.
our chief guest, the Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, our guest of honor, the Honorable Minister for External Affairs of the Republic of India, Honorable Ministers present, Minister of State, the Member of Parliament present, Permanent Secretary, His Excellency the Ambassador of India here in Uganda, General Officers, all invited guests, officers, our militants, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Chief of Defense Forces and that of the UPDF family, I want to, first of all, to warmly welcome all of you here in the Jinja Garrison for this very important occasion. I want to thank God for this very important day. Though General Kulaji skipped prayers for his own reasons, but for us, our motto here is "For God as my country." That's why, first of all, I must give glory and honor to the Almighty for this very great day in our history as UPDF. We thank Him for bringing us here today in peace. For we are here because He knew we are going to be here even before we were born. Let me also take this rare opportunity to dedicate this project, this university, to Him, the creator of the universe, right from the onset, that He takes over it so that His will be done in this very great institution for the good of mankind and for the glory of His name. Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, the establishment of this university is in fulfillment of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda's directive to us that in any case, an assistant from our international partners, that assistance must be aimed at building our internal capacity. This university is here today just to achieve that, to build our capacity as UPDF and Uganda as a country. This university will bring a lot of benefits to our country and to our institution. One, it will plug the gap of shortage of our forensic experts in our country and in the region. Provide capabilities that will make Uganda and the region safer. Provide opportunity to advance in forensic sciences, crime management, and policy formulations. And also offer us a great opportunity to catch up with the management of the contemporary security challenges that continue to threaten our survival and transformation. Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, our world is today moving very fast to a new world driven by science and technology. The spirit of science has taken over our world now and forever. The role of man very soon is going to be limited to acting on the products of scientists, as opposed to the current situation where man is at the forefront of every activity. The most serious threat to man in today's world and tomorrow is not conventional, but scientific in nature. Threats to human survival, wars and crime of today will continue to be shaped by the advancement in science and technology. Our preparedness along these lines is therefore very key in preserving human life and transformation. This university, therefore, offers us an opportunity to enhance our preparedness in dealing with the contemporary scientific challenges that threaten our survival and prosperity. As UPDF, we shall remain focused in creating favorable conditions necessary for one to invest in all sectors of life in our country. Our resolve to fulfill our historical mission in this country and in our continent shall never be shaken now and forever. Finally, let me thank the following for their commitment and guidance for making this project a reality. First of all, our thanks go to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for his initiative and his guidance, for his leadership. For without him, this university wouldn't have been here today and wouldn't be here. Our Minister of Education, the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of External Affairs of India, the Indian High Commission to Uganda, in Uganda here, the management of the National Forensic Sciences University, the Indian military teaching team here in Kamaka, and all generals and well-wishers who really were very much involved in bringing about this very, very great achievement. We thank you very much for a mission accomplished and well done. I say all this for God and my country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I did skip one item deliberately. As the VC is coming to offer mementos, we have requested him to make remarks because he has played a very critical role in this university coming here. It wouldn't be fair that we hear the VC tell us his journey on this matter. Professor, sir. And Professor, you're most welcome.
Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, Honorable Major General, Honorable Minister of Defense, Mr. Vincent, General Peter, Mrs. Edith, and in addition to all the dignitaries, our Honorable His Excellency, the External Affairs Minister of India, other dignitaries, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have made a history, both the sides, India as well as Uganda, that this kind of a unique university, which is the first university of its kind in the world, is being set up here in Uganda. And Uganda has become the first country in the world to get this kind of a campus, because we have been getting many requests from many countries for establishing this kind of a campus. But our ministry, our Honorable External Affairs Minister, and our Honorable Prime Minister took a decision to accede to the demand of Uganda first, and this is how the first campus is being set up here. Now, as you all know, the criminals are becoming more and more advanced, and they use all kinds of sophisticated technologies in committing crimes. And unless you have this kind of a technical support in investigation, the investigation will not be able to reach to the culprit. So this has become a kind of a very essential requirement of each country for keeping the country safe and secure. Now, everything is on science and technology. Whether you want investigations, you have to apply science and technology. If you want to go for security aspects of your country, you need science and technology. If you want to go for defense mechanism of your country, it is all based on science and technology. So this university is going to create experts who will be good investigators, who will be good security experts, and who also will be good defense experts. So this is the purpose with which this campus is being set up here. And this was ultimately the view of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. And then he came to know and he realized that there is an acute shortage of such experts in the world. And every country is facing this kind of shortage. And to meet the challenges posed by criminals, unless we have this kind of a university for creating such experts and providing not only to India, but the entire globe, it will be difficult to manage the law and order problem of the entire globe. And this is how this university was set up. This was set up in 2009, and 2020, it was declared as a national body, a national institution of importance, National Forensic Science Laboratory. And after becoming this, now we got opportunity to establish our campuses outside India also. So after becoming a national body, this is the first center we are setting up. So initially we planned to start 4 or 5 programs which are very important. The program will be in the area of cyber security. The program will be in the area of cyber forensics, that is digital forensics. The program will be in the general forensic science, homeland security, and other related areas. Some of the programs will be master's program, some of them will be PG diploma program, but we intend to start this activity of this campus very soon, maybe within a couple of months. We are able to launch the program, and I have been informed by the authority there that most of the students have already enrolled. Some students are from defense and some students are from police. So they have already registered their names for getting admission in these programs. So I am really thankful to Ugandan government for allowing us to set up a campus. In fact, our Honorable Defense Minister Uganda visited India twice. He saw the campus. He was highly impressed and he said, I want this campus in our country. And then it took some months when ultimately we could come, and today we have made a history not only for India but also for Uganda, that this kind of an exclusive university is being set up here. I am once again thankful to Uganda government. I am thankful to our Honorable External Affairs Minister who came all the way from India to inaugurate this campus, which is a unique campus of its kind. Thank you all. Thank you. All the best.
Professor, no, it's time for mementos now. And I would request that I invite the following people. The Deputy CDF, Uganda People's Defense Forces, Lieutenant General Peter Elwelu. To be followed by Ambassador Professor Joyce. Yes. Sorry, I'm told there was an error here. To be followed by State Minister for Defense and the Veteran Affairs, Honorable Jacob, or both. Honorable Jacob is next. To be followed by Minister of State for Urban Development, Honorable Persis Namuganza. Next is Minister for Security, Honorable Major General Jim Muhwezi. Honorable Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Honorable Vincent Bamulanga Chisempija comes next. Next is Honorable General J.J. Odong, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Uganda. And okay. And then finally, I would request Professor to move Professor, you move to where the chief guest is seated. Please move forward. Give him his water. Professor. Thank you very much. When? Right Honorable Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, I did skip an item deliberately, and I've sought the permission of the Deputy CDF to bring it up for a purpose. We are about to sign an MOU, but we need to understand where has this come from. So allow me to invite those who have been in the kitchen, one of those who have been in the kitchen, to bring you up to speed, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, on the history of this MOU we are going to sign. So I would like to invite Brigadier General Matthew Gureme to come and carry us into the history to this date. General Gureme.
The Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, the ministers present, the guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of External Affairs, ambassadors present, The Deputy CDF, Permanent Secretary is present, the Vice Chancellor and your team, General Officers present, distinguished guests in all your respective capacities, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The journey of where to house the university, while we continued with negotiations through Ministry of Defense and the Indian government to see whether this university could be hosted in Uganda. In August, it took some time, so 9 months in August 2022, the university invited a delegation from the Ministry of Defense in Uganda to visit and do 3 things. One was to attend the university's first convocation. 2 was to sign a memorandum of understanding allowing to open a campus out of India in Uganda. We want to thank the Minister of Internal Affairs, of Home Affairs in India, as well as Minister of External Affairs, and also the Prime Minister's Office for enabling this. So, in August 2022, we signed a memorandum of understanding allowing Uganda to host the Uganda campus, the National Forensic Science University campus in Uganda, and also the first in Africa. Today, I believe the memorandum of understanding is going to be about the implementation of the university. First of all, when we signed that memorandum of understanding in August 2022, it virtually sealed Uganda's place as the host, as the Africa host, or the first host of the first external university campus of the NFSU. I want to say that following that shortly, a lot of things happened. In September, the university sent a delegation to Uganda, and the delegation met His Excellency, the President of Uganda, who gave a green light for the university to be hosted in Uganda. And he gave a directive to the Ministry of Defense to find land that will host the university. The Ministry of Defense then found land and which will host the permanent premises of the university. Your guest of honor, sir, the guest of honor, sir, this land lies behind me, that whole expanse below me. There is 130 acres of land that the Ministry of Defense has availed for the permanent premises of the National Forensic Science University, Uganda campus. Currently, where we are at is the transit campus. In other words, we shall be based here while we prepare for a short term, while we prepare to move to the permanent campus. Today, I believe we are going to unveil the stone for the transit campus. And I believe in future, both leaders of our countries will be present for the inauguration of the permanent campus. It has been a journey that has taken almost 20 months, but it has come to pass. May I use this opportunity to thank all of those who have been involved, and with your permission, sir, I will stop here.
The Right Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. Bear with the protocol with the cameraman. He wants also his job to be beautiful. Right. Right Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, I request for your permission to invite the Honourable Minister of External Affairs of India and the Minister of Defence and Veteran Affairs Uganda to come forward and sign. Not yet? Okay. My apologies. Let's continue with the remarks. I would like now to invite the Honourable Minister of External Affairs of India to come and give his speech, and thereafter it will be Honourable Sempija.
Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, all ministers present, Deputy CDF, all general officers present, all secretaries present, High Commissioners, Vice Chancellor Dr. Vyas, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a proud day for Uganda, a proud day for India, and a proud day for Uganda-India relations. We have assembled here to mark a significant milestone in our bilateral cooperation. India's National Forensic Sciences University is opening its campus in Uganda, partnering with the Ugandan People's Defense Forces. This is the first foreign campus of the National Forensic Sciences University. Even more important, it is actually the first government university of India opening a campus anywhere abroad in the world. And let me add, as a member of parliament from the state of Gujarat, where this university is located, that it is a particular pleasure to see this university take the lead in doing so. And by doing so, they are realizing a project that is the personal vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So I know that today's event will give the Prime Minister of India particular satisfaction. The National Forensic Sciences University is an institution of national importance and is the world's first university dedicated exclusively to forensic sciences. It was established in Ahmedabad in Gujarat under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister. This university conducts courses in forensic sciences, behavioral sciences, cyber security, digital forensics, and allied sciences, and also promotes research in these areas. For the past few years, we have seen that courses in forensic sciences were in very high demand from students in Africa under various scholarships provided by the Government of India. One of the reasons why the stakeholders thought about a campus in Uganda was in fact the high acceptance of this university among students from Africa. Discussions for this campus have been going on between the NFSU and the Ugandan authorities for some time, as you heard from some of the colleagues who spoke before me. But I must tell you that the issue got a real push when the President of Uganda wrote to our Prime Minister in August of 2022. And the Prime Minister immediately directed the concerned ministries to support NFSU on this proposal. The campus we are going to launch today is therefore reflective of the vision and the relationship of the highest leadership of our both countries. That also makes it a responsibility of all stakeholders to give their best to this institution and make it truly a center of excellence. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our two countries have robust defense relations. India has been regularly training and exchanging with UPDF under its Economic and Technical Cooperation Program. About 50 UPDF officers travel to India every year to take defense courses ranging from short-term ones to up to 1 year. Further, a 4-member Indian Military Advisory and Training Team is stationed in the Defense Staff College of UPDF since 2010, and I acknowledge their presence here today. I'm happy to note that our discussions have raised to open up the possibility of further expansion of defense cooperation in the last few months and years. Cooperation between the National Defense College and the newly constituted NDC of Uganda is also under consideration. So today, as I stand before you, I acknowledge the vision of His Excellency, the President of Uganda, for establishing a forensic university campus in Uganda. I congratulate the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Defense, the Ugandan People's Defense Forces. I also congratulate the High Commission of India and the Indian Military Advisory Training Team stationed in Jinja for making their respective contributions. And most of all, I would like to recognize and appreciate the NFSU team who have worked so hard to realize this project. My special thanks to Vice Chancellor Dr. Vyas. So let me conclude by wishing all the very best to the NFSU campus in Uganda. I was told that if I come back in 3 years, the mango sapling that I planted will yield fruits, but I'm sure that this campus will not need 3 years to start delivering on its result. I wish all of you the best from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.
Thank you, now, Minister. Honorable Vincent Bamulanga Chisembija, come and make your speech, and then we invite the guests of honor to address the gathering.
Our guest of honor today, that Honorable Ulukia Nakadama, the third Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda. Allow me to sincerely welcome you and thank you very much for accepting to be our guest of honor today. That Honorable, you are most welcome. Allow me to welcome our chief guest, our honorable guest, the Honorable Minister of External Affairs of India, Dr. Subramanian Jaishankar, You are most welcome, Honorable Minister, and we thank you very much for the beautiful speech that you have made here. Right Honorable Prime Minister, we have been joined by a very big delegation from the Ugandan side, but also we have been joined by a very big delegation from the government of India. Allow me to introduce the Ugandan side, but because the pronunciations sometimes may be difficult for me, I will employ a general from India to help me to introduce the Indian side. Right Honorable, we have the Minister for Foreign Affairs, General J.J. Odongo. And General J.J. Odongo was the head of our team to receive the Minister for External Affairs from India. And he has been leading, in charge of the minister and his delegation since, yes, and now this is the third day. General J.J. Odongo, we don't take this for granted. We thank you very much for your wonderful work. The Honorable Minister for Security, Honorable Major General G. Muhwezi, I think he has gone out a bit, but he has been here with us. The Honorable Minister of State for Defense, in charge of Defense, Honorable Jacob Oboth. The Honorable Minister of State for Urban Development, Honorable Persis Namuganza. And Honorable Persis Namuganza is interested in several among the different courses under the Forensic Sciences University. Honorable Namuganza has interest in several of them, so she is here not only as a minister of cabinet, but also she has interest for her own ministry. Now we have the Minister I want to bring the apology of the Honorable Minister of State for Veteran Affairs. Right Honorable, she is receiving the President in West Nile, so she is not here. Lieutenant General Musanyufu Joseph is the Permanent Secretary, Internal Affairs. Madam Edith Buturo, representing the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs. The Deputy CDF has been here, therefore I just want to reaffirm that this is Lieutenant General Peter Erweru. Ambassador Professor Joyce Chifumba, where did you sit, Professor? She has had sleepless nights to see that this university starts in Uganda, and here you are, Professor. Thank you very much. Honorable Rosemary Nachikongolo, the chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee for Defense and Internal Affairs. Honorable Minister, this is she's my boss. Since you are a politician, you know what it means, and she has already accepted that everything should continue. So we thank her very, very much. She's accompanied by Honorable Muuma Militon, the Deputy Chairperson for Defense and Internal Affairs Committee of Parliament. Allow me to request my brother to help me to properly pronounce the names of the Indian delegation who are here, so that they are properly recognized.
Thank you, sir. Acknowledging the Indian delegation, we have His Excellency A. Ajay Kumar, the High Commissioner of India to Uganda. Mr. Puneet Roy Kundal, he is a Joint Secretary, East and South Africa Division, Ministry of External Affairs. Mr. Sandeep Kumar, he is a Director, External Affairs Minister's Office. Mr. Raghu Puri, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs. Dr. Prakash Shelat, Under Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs. And of course, the man behind the scenes, Mr. Jitendra Singh Negi, he is the Second Secretary and Head of Chancery, the High Commissioner of India in Kampala.
Your Excellency, Right Honorable Prime Minister and Your Excellency Minister, we have very important people here. Let alone, we'll have time. I will ask the Major General, Brigadier General Kulaije to introduce them. These are private sector, Indian private sector group, but there are many. We are organizing the list. But we thank you very much for coming and also help, standing in to receive a very important person from the Indian government. We thank you and we welcome you to this function. Right Honorable Prime Minister, allow me on behalf of the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs and the UPDF fraternity to welcome you and thank you very much for finding time from your busy schedule to officiate the official opening of the National Forensic Sciences University, India, Uganda, Africa campus here at Jinja Gaddafi Barracks. In a special way, I wish to sincerely welcome the India's External Affairs Minister, Honorable Dr. S. Jaishankar, and his delegation, including Dr. Vyas, whom we signed the first memorandum of understanding that was mentioned by General Guleme, and the entire faculty headed by Dr. June to this momentous occasion. All of you, you are most welcome. Your presence here today is a testament that Uganda and India are committed to create a shared future that is full of peace and prosperity for the peoples of both countries. Right Honorable Prime Minister, I wish to state that this milestone, this is a milestone achievement which establishes a National Forensic Sciences University in Uganda and is a culmination of His Excellency's President Yoweri Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, strategic vision to build modern and efficient national economies spurred by science and technology and robust national security systems that are responsive to the evolving security landscape. Indeed, Right Honorable, the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs and the UPDF recognizes the fact that with forensic sciences, capabilities and capacities, we are a critical element of the criminal justice, public safety, the investigative capacity of our law enforcement agencies and the policy formulation will be greatly enhanced. Proudly, Right Honorable, and before I reach that, I want to inform you that, and inform all those who are here, that forensic sciences is a wide area of science. And in India, they have 67 different courses. The India main university, main campus, has 67 different courses. So here, it is going to cover a wide range of important courses that concern most of our sectors. So the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Minister of Security, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Lands, the Minister of Defense, and all the justice systems will be helped to have very specialized scientists that can handle those things that people don't understand. So we want to say that we are happy to have this here, and this university is going to support those people who have been going all the way from Africa going to India. Many of them will be coming here, and this will be in addition to the different departments that will bring their own people here. So we are happy that the ministers who are concerned are here, and also we are going to do whatever we are supposed to do to inform our regional partners to ably use this campus. So I wish to thank the leadership of the UPDF together with the leadership of the National Forensic University India for fast-tracking the establishment of the National Forensic Sciences University campus in Uganda as a joint partnership with the government of India. So I thank you, all of you who have been working tirelessly to achieve what we are seeing today. I also want to thank the leadership of the UPDF for remaining focused and building strategic partnerships, both domestically and regionally and beyond. These partnerships not only help to enhance our knowledge base and facilitate technology transfers, but will also enlarge our defense capacity to address emerging criminal and security threats, in addition to providing specialized training in forensics on the continent. And as I conclude, Right Honorable, I wish to state that since the beginning of the 20th century, when the first Indians are reported to have come to Uganda, relations between Uganda and India over the years have acquired a greater depth and breadth in areas such as political, defense, economic, commercial, cultural, education, health, and tourism, among others. I want to thank the minister, the visiting minister, the Minister of External Affairs, India, in his statement when he mentioned that there are so many areas where we can relate and work with India. In all these areas that I've mentioned, he said the doors in India are wide open for Ugandans. We thank you, sir, for that very beautiful statement. So the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, under the guidance of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, President Museveni, reaffirms our unwavering commitment to upholding these significant and long-standing ties with the government and the people of India. Finally, Right Honorable, allow me to implore the leadership of the UPDF to cultivate new partnerships and strategies on how Nfsu-Uganda can be and can become a leading one and a leading one-stop center for forensic studies in the region under the President's leadership and guidance. Right Honorable, with those very many words, allow me to thank you once again for honoring this occasion, and I I take back the microphone to the Master of Ceremonies. Thank you very much, Right Honorable.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister, and for the prophetic promotion. Which some people reacted to very quickly, that they have had the correction. Otherwise, I was about to change my shoulders with your permission. But I was very quickly warned by military intelligence that the record has been set straight. Right on, Deputy Prime Minister, in our midst we have Dr. J.M. Viaz, they have already been introduced him. We have Cyril C.D. Jadeja, Executive. These have been introduced. The Ugandan team. We have had the Deputy CDF introduced, and he has addressed us. Present also is the Lieutenant General James Nakibus Lakara. Major General Jack Wakasumba, who is the Acting Joint Chief of Staff. Major General Bob Wajik, Commander of 2nd Division. Major General Henry Masco, our Chief Political Commissar and a Member of Parliament. Brigadier General Mwanje, Chief of Staff of the Reserve Force. Brigadier General Chigundu, the Deputy Commander of the Air Force. AIGP Fred Gorova, representing the IGP. Commissioner of Police Milton Tio, or Prisons, sorry, Commissioner of Prisons Milton Tio, representing the Commissioner General. And Lieutenant Colonel Katabazi, who is the Deputy Director General of Internal Security. Also in our midst, Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, we have a man who has worked with us on many things, including in the run-up to the establishment of Chimaka and participated in building up to this. Is Engineer Sanjay Taka. Chair of the Ruhana community in Uganda. Now I have issues with many of the names, And I hope they have brought them. For the list. From the High Commission. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you. Yes. So High Commission of Indian officials are Mr. Dilip Kumar T. Atechi, Mr. Avdesh Kumar Atechi, Mr. Jitendra Chauhan, Administrative Staff, Mr. Amit Kumar, Administrative Staff, photographer and videographer also. Yeah. So photographer, videographer hired by High Commission of India, Mr. Soham Shubhas Savjani, photographer, Mr. Afik Zaman, videographer, Mr. Meiza Brian, technical assistant, Mr. Abdul Khadir, technical assistant, and Mr. Peter Kamra, supporting staff. You just speak that Nfsu.
Well, as he is reading those, I would like him to read also the faculty members.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you. So the staff and the Honorable Vice Chancellor from the NFSU, I just give a name and a small introduction for them. Dr. J.M. Vyas, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Digital Forensic Sciences University. Shri C.D. Jadeja, Executive Registrar, NFSU. Dr. S.O. Junare, Director, Delhi Campus, NFSU. Dr. Purvi Pokharial, Director, Gujarat Campus, NFSU. Miss Pragna J. Vyas, Madam, NFSU, Gandhinagar. Miss Seema Junare, Ma'am. Thank you. And myself, Dr. Nilay Mistry from National Forensic Sciences University, Gandhinagar. Okay. There is one another name from the Indian community in Uganda, that is Harish Bhuptani, Mama Care.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, I beg your indulgence. I did skip Major General Don Navasa, our Provost Marshal. I had also skipped my employer, the Chief of Personnel, Brigadier General Sebugwao. I may miss my pay. And finally, the host, Brigadier General Stephen Kashure, who is our host here. One of the beneficiaries of what we had of this university would be Brigadier General Damulira. I'm sure you need to be recognized because you will definitely benefit from this university. As band, you prepare to give us a tune. Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, we are joined by leaders of Jinja, the RCC Jinja City, Darius Nandinda. He's seated right behind there. The Chief Magistrate, so matters here are very legal. The RDC Jinja District. The DPC, now DPC, you have, that's this police commander, then you have DPC of prisons, you have DISO Jinja. But critical not to forget is the defense advisor at the Uganda High Commission in India, Colonel Oyo. Band, please. They can sign and then she speaks. Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, I request for your permission to invite both ministers of India and Uganda to come forward on this table and sign the memorandum of understanding between the MOD Uganda and the Government of India on the National Forensic Sciences University. Watu wavute meza hiyo. Jameni, meza. Vuta mbele. Mugeni hadi watakasainingiri. I think next will be exchange of documents. Meantime, Right Honorable Prime Minister did inadvertently to skip our Chief of Medical Services, Major General Musinguzi, the man who has seen our health services grow from almost scratch to where we are now. As the minister has exchanged the documents, a hand clap, please. Thank you very much. Of course, after the guest of honor speech, we shall have the unveiling of the plaque. And
Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Right Honorable Luncheon Kadama, first of all, on behalf of the ministers who are here, on behalf of the UPDF family, we want to thank you very much for always being on our side as our ally. You know, many times you need allies in cabinet, but at your level, as our senior, you have always been a very good ally of the Minister of Defense and UPDF. So we want to thank you very much, and many times you have been honoring our invitations. So we want to thank you once again for accepting to be here with us, and also thank you for keeping time. You are here on time. We thank you very much. Right Honorable Rukia Nagadama is an MP, and her constituency is not very far from here, and her people are aware that she is here. I know that, but we know that the people you represent are very happy with your leadership and representation. You are an able person, able in everything. We thank you very much for being really a very good leader, and we pray that God gives you good health to lead our people more in future. Allow me also to thank all the ministers who have honored this day, and all the generals. Right Honorable, police, the forensic scientists in police, most of them trained with this National Forensic Sciences University in India, and all of them, or most of them, are going to be part of the teaching staff here as assistant professors, assistant lecturers here. And we know, as if the plan goes on well, we expect them to take on their PhDs supported by government, so that later on they are full professors and be able to undertake and take the mantle as the university proceeds on. So allow me, Right Honorable, to thank you and take this opportunity to invite you to address us and the nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister for External Affairs of the Republic of India, representing the Prime Minister of the Republic of India and your entire delegation, Honorable Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs of the Republic of Uganda, Honorable colleagues, ministers present here, honorable members of Parliament present, Deputy CDF, Excellencies the ambassadors. I have my sister here from India and ambassador from Uganda representing India here. The Permanent Secretary is present. Officers, men and women present here. All dignitaries and government officials in your respective capacities. The media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm called Nakadama Rukia Isanga. I'm a woman member of parliament for a district called Mayuge, which is just neighboring this district. The third Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda and Minister without portfolio. I'm here to represent His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who was supposed to be here with us, but because of other state duties, still he's here, though you are not seeing him physically. I take this opportunity to thank the government of the Republic of India, deeming it fit to establish the National Forensic Sciences University in Uganda. This goes a long way in demonstrating the excellent diplomatic relationship between India and Uganda that spans for decades. The government of Uganda pledges its total support in the establishment of the permanent campus. A total number of 130 acres of land on a 99-year lease has been secured in Jinja, Uganda, for the construction of the permanent campus. The university campus gives Uganda the opportunity to create a pool of experts in the various fields in forensic sciences and hence build the country's capacity in forensics and allied sciences. I'm confident that the team of experts from the National Forensic Sciences University, India, will turn the Nfsu into an institution of national importance in Uganda. For your information, this is the first branch that India has put outside their country. Let me take this singular honor to thank all the key stakeholders who have been critical in the establishment of this campus in Uganda. Among them, we have His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Republic of India, Minister of Education and Sports, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, including the Permanent Secretary and her technical team, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of External Affairs of the Republic of India, the Indian High Commission in Uganda, Management of the National Forensic Sciences University of India, the Indian Military Advisory Training Team at the Senior Command and Staff College Chimaka, generals and senior officers of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, members of the Fourth Estate for giving publicity to the university, Jinja District and City, local political and civil leadership, and the Indian community in Uganda. Let us join our hands to thank them for being there to see that this National Forensic Sciences University is launched as we are doing it today. On behalf of the government, we commit ourselves to give all the necessary support to the university to enable it to operate to the expectations of the two governments of the Republic of Uganda and the Republic of India to further enhance our cordial bilateral relations. Finally, it is my singular honor and pleasure to thank all the invited guests from India and Uganda for gracing this occasion. For God and my country, I thank you. Before I leave this podium, I want to recognize another milestone that Uganda has reached. Today we have a declaration of a plaque which is going to be signed by our visiting honorable guest of India, which is a satellite program of survey and mappings, which was agreed upon between the government of Uganda and the government of India. This one is it is a satellite that will be surveying the space. When whatever is in the space, this satellite will be seeing. So this is the project, and the project coordinators, Mama Care, and our brother, that name that was mentioned, you know it very well. They will also be around here to witness the signing. That is our guest, our honorable guest, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, my brother, Honorable Jejo Dong. You'll have to come and sign it. This plaque was signed by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, as a declaration. Soon the launch will be done when the MOUs are completed between the two countries. So we are going to put them on that table and we see them signed. Those are milestones that Uganda have reached. I thank you for God and my country.
Thank you, Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister. As the honorable ministers are preparing to sign the MOU for the satellite, allow me to invite you and our distinguished guests to lunch, which is going to be served in this building. So, Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, after unveiling the plaque, the minister will lead you inside where luncheon is served. The MOUs have been signed. All of us for the luncheon. We shall have 2 photo opportunities before we enter. Remain where we are, and we will take the anthems. You are welcome to lunch. First the photographs. Right Honorable, we have group photographs on 2 places for these historical moments that go down the histories of our 2 countries. I have been advised by protocol that we shall have to get back to our seats. Then protocol will guide us to lunch. We are grateful that you indeed found time to join us on this rare occasion. General Kashuri, how do you miss that photograph when you are the host? Cameraman, don't you think that sunshine is enough? Thank you very much, Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister. Let's move. We move, sorry? Okay.